Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be giving a demonstration of the keyboard warm-ups that we do daily in my piano studio. These are lightly adapted from Alfred Cortot's Daily Keyboard Gymnastics from his book Rational Principles for Pianoforte Technique. Mainly the things that we've altered is simply the names. Over the years, my students have given funny names to some of the exercises, and I have made some modifications, especially for little fingers and really young learners. So I'll explain those as we go through this. The first thing that's really important to do is make sure that you're sitting properly. So for me, I'm a full-grown adult, so I don't need a footstool, but if your student is vertically challenged, you can definitely put a footstool or something like that, a couple of big books under their feet. So that way their feet can be planted firmly on the floor. Having your feet planted firmly on the floor is really important because that's what's going to allow you to sit up nice and tall and have your spine feel supported so you won't get back pain later on. The next thing is make sure that your shoulders are nice and relaxed, your elbows are loose, wrists are loose, everything's very relaxed. There should never be any tension anywhere. As you're doing these, constantly be checking for any tightness in your muscles and be very mindful to release that tension. So the first thing we're going to do is the zombie arm, and you're going to sit up nice and tall and put your hands forward like this, straight elbows, and then lean forward just a little bit until the backs of your wrists go to the fall board. If you're doing this correctly, it means with a straight back, relaxed shoulders, straight arm, you should feel a stretch right in the top of your forearms. Parents, if you're doing this with little kids, please feel free to join them. They will think it's so fun and you'll get a good stretch out of it too. It feels great. And then the other one is palms down. There's two options for this. Most people just choose to go straight down like this. Same thing, straight elbows, everything relaxed. And this is going to stretch the opposite end of your forearm. You can also do it up on the fall board if you have one. That's an option as well. Number 3 is the finger hang, and what you're going to do is take both of your thumbs and play any two keys about a shoulder width apart. And you're going to play them and just stretch them down like this. Make sure you're not grabbing the piano or doing this. It's one finger, everything else stretched. So we could stretch out these tendons and ligaments in between each of our fingers. Second finger, I'll do this one. And third finger. Oh, my fingers popped. That can happen, that's totally fine. Good and awesome. All right, the next one now these next 3 actually are ones that you may want to modify depending on the age of your student or how advanced you are. The way they are written is the first one is play, press, relax, release. So you're going to start with a very neutral hand shape, so not like this, not like this, neutral, to where you could balance a quarter on the back of your wrist. You're going to start with your thumb, all your fingers curled, and you're going to play the fingertip first lightly, then press, never mind my joints, it's a little double jointed, relax, let go. Second finger, play, press, relax, release. Play, press, relax, release. Play, press, relax, release. Play, press, relax, release. And then we're going to do the same thing with the opposite hand. And for these, I always like to do one hand at a time so we can be really mindful of the movements that we're doing and looking out for tension. That's really important. Start with my thumb, play, press, relax, release. Second finger, play, press, relax, release. And notice as I'm doing this, my knuckle tends to pop up a little bit. That's good. That's normally a sign that I'm bearing weight on my knuckle and not doing this with my finger or anything weird. Good. Okay, and the next one is a little more complicated again. We're going to press all 5. Start with the thumb. You're going to raise it up, play it, lower it as much as you can, return. Second finger, raise, play, lower, return. Notice how the fingers that are staying on the piano are still curled. They're not flat like this. It's much easier to play with curled fingertips. And then the other hand, same thing. Raise, play, lower, return, play. And it's also important to note when you are doing the raise, that you're reaching your finger, not just this much, you're reaching it up. You're really stretching it up towards the sky. The next one is finger conducting, and similarly, we're gonna press all 5 and hold them down. Starting with the thumb, we're gonna go left, thumb goes under, can't go over, so it goes left, right, up, play. Second finger, left, right, up, play, left, right, up, play. Fourth finger doesn't have a lot of mobility because it shares a lot of the same tendons and ligaments with the third and fifth finger. So just be prepared for that. It's totally normal. And then right hand, press all 5, right, left, up, down, right, left, up, down, right, left, up, down, right, left, up, down, right, left, up, and down. Okay. The next one is the wrist circle, and this was one you can definitely modify for whichever works for you. The traditional way to do it is to put your hand out in front of you. You could do both at a time, and to very slowly make these big circles, trying as hard as you can not to move your elbows. Trying just to stretch out the wrists. And then you always go the other way. Now, a modification that we have done, especially with the little kids, is to just put your hand out in front of you and stretch your wrist all the way to the extreme. That's the main point of it, is just to explore the full range of motion for your wrist. And then to flip it upside down and do this way also. Same thing with this hand. Oh, I feel that really strongly right there. It feels really good, actually. Parents, I really encourage you to do these. You will love them. They feel amazing. The next one is the dyno, and this one's a little silly, but you're gonna take your arms and kind of flop them about shoulder height, and then what you're going to try to do is slap the keys without pressing on the keys. Just like that. You're supposed to do this 20 times. If you can get 10 times out of them without them laughing ridiculously, that's a win. The point of this exercise is so when you're playing more advanced repertoire, you're not having tension in between chords and you can bounce around on them. That's what this technique is trying to drill. The next one is arm throws, where you take your weight and you have to throw it across the keys and come back. But the last year or so, we have modified that to simply be an arm stretch. You just take your right arm, grab the left side of the piano, and give it a good stretch this way. And hold that for as long as you'd like. Same thing, left hand grabs the right side of the piano and stretches this way. And that concludes our daily keyboard piano warm-ups. Feel free to message me or leave me a comment down below if you have any question on any of these. Thanks so much.